Hi there, this is Ronnie, Amber's Night, coming at you with a video. This is a video response to Sean, Outsiders68, and his community questions. Before I begin, I want to say a big shout out to Sean and a big thank you for highlighting my channel. I'm genuinely surprised when anyone likes my channel, but for someone of Sean's stature, to like it is just knocked me down. You know, I'm completely knocked out by that. So thank you, Sean. You know, wow. So now to the magnificent 7 questions. What's my channel called? Amber's Night. Why is it called that? I am a big fan of the actress Amber Benson, who played Tara McClay on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think she's lovely. Simple as that. When she was on Buffy, sections of the fan base were having a right good go at her, partially because she was the new love interest for the character of Willow, played by Alison Hannigan, and they didn't like that because she was a girl and Alison Hannigan's previous love interest had been a guy, very well liked guy, Oz, played by Seth Green. So they didn't like this new character because they thought they were taking the place of Oz. They didn't like, they thought that she was fat, and some of the comments were downright vile. And so a few of us, myself among them, took it upon ourselves to defend her on these message boards. And this was round about the time when I created my YouTube account. I hadn't put any videos on at that time, but I created my YouTube account. So when I was coming up with a name, I decided I was Amber's Night, defending her. Silly, I know, but there you go. That's why it's called Amber's Night. What does my channel focus on, RPG-wise? I do the occasional overview of game systems that I own, but mostly my channel is just my views on aspects of gaming. I like to stimulate debate. When I say that, I don't mean that I put things on that are challenging or controversial. I just like to make videos on interesting topics, or topics that interest me at least. Maybe coming at it from an angle people haven't thought about before. The whole idea is to stimulate debate, and I hope that I do that. And that's pretty much what I enjoy doing, is talking about this wonderful hobby of ours, and just some of my personal opinions on it. What is my best video? See, that's a tough one because I'm not one for bigging myself up, so I think if I'm going to cheat slightly and say it's probably one of two if we're talking strictly about roleplaying. One of my very first videos was a video about gay characters in role-playing games. And I also did a video on licenses, film and TV licenses, book licenses, that asking the question, are there licenses out there that have surprised you because they haven't been turned into role-playing games like so many have? And the sort of converse of that, which is, are there licenses out there that have been turned into role-playing games that you turn around and go, why? Please go and check the videos out. Love to hear people's responses on that one because I think it would be a fun one. So I guess it's between those two. If I had to pick one, simply because it's a subject close to my heart, sort of ethically, it would be the one about gay characters in role-playing games. What can people expect over the next few months? One has to boringly say more of the same. The one thing I am doing, and I have started on it, is somewhat inspired by the fact that I'm really not impressed with Age of Empire. I have the Star Wars D6 version from West End Games. I also have 3 fan-made Star Wars games, utilising the Dragon Age rules, the Savage Worlds rules, and the True 20 rules. And what I'm doing is creating a smuggler and a Jedi for each of those 4 rule sets. I'm going to go through a basic combat. The smuggler is going to be trading blaster fire with a couple of stormtroopers. Might do a quick ship combat. And my Jedi will get into a lightsaber duel and will use the Force. The idea being that when I've done all of that for all 4 systems, I'm going to come on here and do a series of videos about my findings and my conclusions as to which one I think is worth your time. Because the way I see it, one of the problems I have with Age of Empires, I think it's a little on the costly side, especially when you factor in the specialist dice that you need. And all of these 4 versions, okay, the Star Wars D6 is probably going to cost more, but all, particularly the free versions, I think will be less expensive. And for those of us on smaller incomes, I'm hoping it will be of some use. But other than that, it will just be me, talking head, giving you my views. What channel has impressed you that others may not know? I'm going to preface this by saying that every channel has impressed me. Very briefly, I'll say why. We all have a unique perspective because we're all individuals. And one of the things I've liked about all the channels, I may not agree with a point of view, but that's okay. But I like the points of view that are out there. It means that anyone coming in and wanting to see the length and breadth of this hobby and depth of this hobby can look at people's views on certain subjects, and they'll get a whole swathe of different opinions and ideas and viewpoints, and I think that's very, very healthy for this hobby. I love the fact that we can all give lots of advice, and that's a good thing. I really do think that's a good thing, and I think we should do, you know, it's what we do best, and I like that. Of the channels that I really have been sort of knocked out by, there are 2 that I'm going to mention. Yes, I'm cheating slightly. Bit3 Gamer Girl. If you haven't seen her channel, please watch it. It's a great channel. She speaks her mind. She's very much a straight talker, like myself. Very informed. Love her channel very much. And although she doesn't have many videos, I'm also going to mention Rogue DM. I'm hoping she gets to do more videos because I like what she's got to say. So yeah, those are the 2 that have really knocked me about that maybe people don't know about. There are a lot of channels out there that just blow me away with their ideology, the ideas and the videos they put out. Sean, obviously, The Gentleman Gamer, Tetsubo, Samwise7, the main man, of course, and us. and they're just incredibly informative channels, and I would urge anyone to go and check those guys out. But check them all out, because they're all great channels. You know, it's a good, healthy, broad church of opinions, and I think that's good for our hobby. Parting wisdom. Sum up in 2 words. Just game. Get out there and game. People like myself will, no doubt, if we're actually pinned on it, will wax lyrical and evangelize over the suitability of one game system over another, or the unsuitability of one game system. These are all personal opinions, and, you know, fair enough. But I would just say in the main, just game. It doesn't matter whether your game is Castle Falkenstein, which is my own favourite. It doesn't matter whether it's D&D First Edition. It doesn't matter if it's D&D 3.5, D&D 4th Edition, Pathfinder, Traveller, Shadowrun. The list is never ending. World of Darkness. It doesn't matter. Just get out there and game. Enjoy your gaming. At the end of the day, we can talk about the intellectual appeal of our hobby. We can talk about the nuances and subtleties of role-playing. We can talk about this wonderful hobby. At the end of the day, it's a game. And if we're not having fun, if we're not enjoying ourselves, we're kind of missing the point somewhere. The one thing I would say is I don't think there's a correct style in the main. I think there's only the correct style for you. And I think the one thing that we can do on these videos is that we can impart what might be a different viewpoint, so that people can say, oh, I hadn't thought about that, or that might be worth a try. And they can incorporate it, either wholly or in part, into their games, that makes their games a little better. That's what this community can do and does do so well. So I'm proud to be part of it. And I look forward to being here for a very long time. Thank you for listening.